Good night, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, and all the different social medias that platforms that this is going to be on. Um, Many of you know me as Kerriann Cars Crystals McBean. I've sold a lot of you cars. If I haven't sold you cars, I probably sold your mom, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your friend, um, your boss, somebody for you, a vehicle. Um, I normally don't make social commentary videos. I really don't make videos, period. But tonight I felt that I needed to just come in from work, unwind a little bit, and talk about this whole Lisa Hanna and Vybz Kartel thing because it is really peculiar. Now, first and foremost, I must say that I am totally appalled by the comments that was hurled at Lisa Hanna for making that comment that she did about banning Vybz Kartel's music. Before I go any further, let me put a disclaimer for the internet trolls. I do not want you attacking me. Um, I am in no way politically affiliated to anyone. I'm neither PNP or JLP. I have specifically not gotten a voter's ID since I was 18 years old, and I purposely did that. And I do not plan to vote until like God gives me that epiphany and says, "Hey, that's your leader, and go vote." He will lead well. When that happens, then I'll vote. I do have political leaders that have come into power that I like. There are many of persons in parliament that I appreciate their work. For example, Mr. Tufton, like I really do admire him, and Mr. Bunton, quite a number. Miss Babsy Grange, right across the board. But I'm not affiliated to either of them. I just have aspects of some that I like and aspects of another that I don't. Anyways, back to this whole thing with Lisa Hanna. Now, first and foremost, as a woman, it's not good. In Jamaica, it makes us look completely illiterate for us to do that to a woman at that, or to another fellow Jamaican for voicing her opinion. I don't like it at all. I don't like where this is going. Now, this is what I'm going to say to you, Lisa Hanna. Miss Hanna, if you play chess, you know what a fool's mate is. That move that you made on social media, that was a fool's mate move. That cost you the game. You probably have killed yourself politically, but we'll see how that goes in the next set of elections. I I don't know how this is going to pan out for you, but I don't think that was a very wise move of you to do. Reason being, it doesn't matter how many votes that you got, Miss Hannah. You will never ever be as influential as a musician, because politicians are notorious for not being genuine to the people, not relating to what the people are going through, not really understanding the social issues. These musicians are more influential than any politician will ever be in the history of politics and music. There's no comparison. All right, these are people that interact with the people every day. There are many Jamaicans who cannot read, they cannot write, so their ears and their eyes are how they learn. So whatever is being put on the television, whatever is being played on the radio, that's how they're learning. They will never be able to pick up a gleaner or a book and teach themselves what it is that they ought to know. So a lot of these musicians are teachers. Some of them don't realize that they are, and that is why in some aspects I'm disappointed in Kartel to some extent. Because he's a very articulated gentleman, very intelligent fellow. You know, I I was taken aback talking with him, and the several times that I've actually spoken with him back in 2008, 2009. Very profound gentleman. And I was disappointed in him that he caught himself in this predicament. I don't know if he's guilty. I don't know. He was convicted. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, if there's a problem and you don't have a solution, do not speak on the problem. My dad used to tell me that growing up, Miss Hannah. And I would not say to ban Kartel's music. This is my opinion here. I hope no one bashes me. I would not say to ban his music. I would say, when you have such an influential member of society in the music industry where he is a teacher, and I think this is why he has called himself the teacher too, because he understands that music is how a lot of our nation is learning. This is how you're teaching the people, because none of you politicians are coming down off of your high horses and taking up a 40-year-old or a 50-year-old gentleman or a 25-year-old young man or young woman that can't read and write and teach them to read and write. So they resort to what people are telling them, what they're listening on the radio and what they're seeing on TV, and even just what they're seeing in the broader society. Now, when you have such an influential gentleman as Vybz Kartel, you don't ban him from the radio. You use it as a part of his reform. He may live to come out of prison, he may not, but the influence that he has, you garner him to be the gentleman that he ought to be, because you can't let a brain or an influence like that go to waste. You have to use him as the teacher that he is. Let him be a tool to deter other young men from making the same mistakes that he has allegedly made. Let him be that voice of reasoning to young men. You don't just outrightly ban him. There are persons that will disagree with me, and you have all right to. We're Jamaicans, and even if we're not Jamaicans, we're human beings, and we are all, you know, persons with different opinions, different views. You don't have to agree with me. I don't agree with everything that I see or hear. That's fine. But I feel just as how Jacure was given a chance at rehabilitation, this is what should be done too. No crime is bigger than no crime. Again, a lot of you will be in disagreement with me. That's up to you. I'm very objective. A crime is a crime. A sin is a sin. It's against the Ten Commandments, regardless. I don't know if he did it again, so I'm not judging him, and I'm taking it at face value. I know that this is not a gentleman who is completely bad in his ways, and there's a lot of music that he has put out there that is wonderful, and a lot of music that he puts out there that I'm kind of wondering, what's happening. Because I'm not the type of person to listen to music, and I don't find music that disrespect women as being pleasing to my ear. Most of the time when I'm in these parties, I have an outer body experience, because I can't dance to this music. I can't do anything with this music that is out there playing, But Lisa Hanna, I don't think that you should have done that. I don't think it was good for you. Probably you have lost probably a good 2,000, 3,000 voters that were probably Vybz Kartel's fans that you have pissed off. And when you are such a public figure, you have to know what it is that you comment on. Not everything is to be commented on, or before you comment on it, you think it through thoroughly. Life is a game of chess, and especially your game of politics, you have to be very, very tactical, because this is the day and age of social media. It is both good and it is bad, and a lot of people don't know how to use it. And there are far more important things that's happening in Jamaica that we would really love for you to speak on, like bring awareness to, because you have quite a large number of following. I think you could bring light to a lot of things, and what these things are that's happening in our society right now that you need to be highlighting. And if you're going to be talking about the music, talk about it in a positive way. Do not sit down on the negatives of it. Think of a way to make it better. No offense, but let's use Kartel's voice and influence to make Jamaica better. We got to use him. He's incarcerated, whether or not he's guilty or he's innocent. This is still a man. He's still a human being, and he's still alive, and he still can make a change in somebody's life. You have to be smart. You say that you're for the people. If you're for the people, be for the people. Think for the people. Think of a way that you can help the people. Don't just say things or do things to get notoriety or publicity. And number one, this is not a type of publicity that you want. And before I end this video, to the police force, I respect you to the utmost. I feel happy when I see you on the road. I feel protected and all of that. And I just want to say that there are other persons on social media that have been threatened by persons, so you can investigate that as well. I like the fact that you guys are actually, taking into consideration cybercrime here. So you guys can now, since you see that persons are actually threatening people on social media, which was highlighted in the whole Lisa Hanna Vybz Kartel incident, you guys now can go ahead and check out what's been happening otherwise, because other persons who are not politicians, not nurses, not doctors, not not singers, or what do you call it, they're getting threatened too. So there's a lot of crime going on out there. Let's focus on that too, okay? But Lisa Hanna, I think you need to just change your tactics a little bit, okay? Night night.